Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tyler.
And I'm Luke.
And welcome to episode 35 of Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live, our podcast where we go in depth and discuss every single Love Live song from the very beginning until right now. And if you don't watch our bonus series that we do once a week, we're back. Sorry for not being back when we were supposed to be last week. We were just feeling pretty awful and decided to not record because we were just like, hey, you want to just like not record because we both feel like trash?
We actually hate you guys.
Yeah, we decided.
That's not true.
Yeah, we decided screw our viewers. We don't care about them or YouTube reach, and we're just gonna die.
We gotta get that YouTube ad revenue.
I don't. Again, just forward it right to Lantis's doorstep. That's pretty much how it happens. We didn't. What was I gonna say? I don't know. All right. So today we are discussing the OVA. Music Start or S.T.A.R.T. I don't know. Does anybody call it music and then spell it? I don't think I've ever seen anyone.
I've never seen somebody do that. I respect them if they do, though. What if they say music S.T.A.R.T?
I don't know any. Well, if it's an acronym, yeah. I don't know anybody who spells out acronyms with periods, and if they do, that's kind of cursed. Don't do that.
Let us know down below what the start means.
Ooh.
Deep
now, what if it's like actually something, and everyone's like, "Are you guys like stupid? It means this. Like, it's not. It's not a joke. It means this."
the best answer wins a free car.
Are we gonna like ship them like a Hot Wheels? Like, is that
with
what's
all
gonna happen?
All of our YouTube ad revenue?
In a few years, we might have enough for like a pack of Hot Wheels cars.
We're making as much as Jake Paul right now. Like, we're good.
Ooh, wait, isn't that Logan Paul?
Oh yeah, that's right. I bought a Jake Paul poster the other day.
Don't do that.
We have a hole in our wall at my place. Not from any of us. But we hung it up over the hole in the wall.
How progressive.
It was $4.
Good job, guys.
It was worth it. Every time I walk by, I high five him and say, "Hi, Jake." This is right by the bathroom.
thought it was like at least free.
No.
Like, if not, someone paid you to take it.
I unfortunately paid money for that. I high five it and say, "Hey, Jake," every time I walk by. And it's right outside of Shay's room, and he gets real mad because I just slam my hand against the wall.
Oh, I wonder why there's a hole there. Like, there's a hole there. I don't know why.
There was another Jake Paul poster there earlier. Anyway, to our
and
question.
Loveless World. And Loveless World. I didn't say that.
Song, but yeah, we got sidetracked. Look at us go.
Well, they scream it. Loveless World. It's all in caps. Kanan wrote this song.
Yeah.
So for our question last time, we asked you what your favorite episode of Sunshine Season 1 was. And we got one coming in from our boy, Psycho Everyday, who says, "I don't watch your videos because I hate you."
Yeah.
He actually said, "I'm going to leave a comment real quick and then watch the video later." I wonder if he finished. My favorite episode of Season 1 was easily episode 10 because it was the first time we got to see how the entire squad acted around each other. Which is true. Like, I didn't really, like, consider that. Like, this is kind of like the first, like, hello, this we're Aquas for the first time in 10 episodes. It's also the funniest episode of Season 1, so it has that going for it. The drama finally took a backseat to the girls simply being stupid, and I loved it. Yeah, Season 2 also took... No, wait. Yeah, drama took a front row seat in Season 2. That's what I'm getting at here. So yeah, I chose this comment basically because I just kind of realized like it took us. I mean, of course, like it happened in SIP Season 1 too, but it takes us like more than half of the original show to like actually get a group going here, and I think that's funny, and I think it's nice, and I do like the beach episode. That's like the main reason I picked it. So, what about you, Luke?
So from our boy, Betsy. Bandito.
Betsy?
He said, "Episode 11 is probably my favorite of Season 1. I'm a sucker for dramatic displays of platonic affection. It's not platonic, and that's okay."
Ooh.
And the Chica Yo scene was really sweet. I think I also like it even more looking back at it. Back that I know now it was the last real Yo heavy scene moment before they moment before they shipped her off to the sidelines of Season 2. Yeah,
you're
that's
hitting
totally
us with
fair.
the actual real life depression.
Super good episode. I don't remember what my answer was. I think I went with that because you went with no. Did I go with episode 10? I don't remember.
We went in the line from 9, 10, 11.
There's just 3 episodes and they're just pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, they're. I think they're undeniably the best episodes. I don't know. Maybe you hate the third years or something, and you live in the glory days before episode 9. I don't know. I'm not you.
You know, like you could say they're the best 3 episodes of the entire series between SIF and SIP, but I think what we're about to talk about is the actual best episode of the entire series.
Ooh, yes. This is Listen, man, theorists, get your goddamn notebooks ready.
We're gonna take about half a minute to talk about the OVA. Like, I understand they're going for this like deeper, thing, Maki accepting all of her friends and like telling them that she really enjoys spending time with them. No, it's stupid. It's bad. Like, it's fine that it's bad.
If Luke said, like, listen, I was talking to a friend before this who follows the podcast, and I was like, I'm gonna watch the OVA now, and then they're like, oh, good luck with that. I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I was like, if Luke doesn't want to watch the OVA, like, I'm not going to push watching the OVA. And then we like got in a call, and he's like, you ready to watch the OVA? I'm like, God damn it! Like,
no, I was ready to sit through that what 18 minutes of hell. There's a good solid like 5 minutes of glory at the end. But man,
yeah, no, like, I think the Music Start PV, because I mean, I didn't even know it was for the release of a PV until you just told me. So I mean, I guess that makes sense considering they played the whole thing, the whole song. But it's a shame that you just have to sit through the OVA to get to it.
It's unlucky.
It's like actually the worst. Like, it's not like, okay, Luke and I have gone to My Anime List and looked up like reviews of the OVA, and there are legitimately people who rate it like an 8 or 9 out of 10. They're like, this is beautiful, this is so deep for Love Live standards. I'm like, have you seen it?
Like, oh man, I'm very aggressively like positive about most things that come out of Love Live. Most things. There's like a very short list of things where I'm like, yeah, it's not very good. But like, I'll be like, yeah, like, is Love Live this exceptional piece of media? I think so, but I get why people would say no. But this we can all agree on is bad. Like, it's like pretty bad, guys.
Even when like a song comes out where I'm like, this is not composed very well, and I'm like, like I don't necessarily like this very much. Like, I can still find good about it. Like, this is genuinely the worst thing that Love Live has ever put out. Like, unquestionably. Like, I'm sorry if you like it. And like I said, like, it's totally okay to like it, but from an objective standpoint, in terms of quality, and I mean the PV is like well done, but we're not talking about the PV here. Just make that clear. In terms of just quality and comprehension,
yeah, that's the big thing.
What it doesn't. Like, they want you to like think that Maki transforming into an adult for some reason
when she goes Ultra Instinct,
is like this like amazing moment, and you're supposed to be like, oh,
it's so
like
majestic.
We've been leading to this the whole season, but it's not. We've actually just been leading to it for 5 minutes, and we haven't even been, because we've just been confused for 10 minutes. Like, we don't know what's going on. And like, she transforms, and then they're like, oh wow, like, I didn't know you could do magic. It's like, what? Stop. I hate this.
When it happened, when we just watched it,
so ridiculously awful.
When it happened, we both just said, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, like, actually, like, we both knew what happens, and still we watch it. And we just like, it's not the like, what the fuck that. Wow, I can't believe I'm seeing this. It's like the what the fuck that we can't actually believe that what we just saw is in a franchise that has proven time and time again to be amazing. Like,
it feels bad, man.
It's more just like, how did this happen? Like, we were talking, we're like, do you think the producers of this episode like knew what kind of monster they created?
No, I mean, like, all in all, it's worth it. Like, we got this bad OVA, but we got a really good PV. Like, I'll take it, Like, it sucks and all. They probably just stapled this OVA onto there because they're like, money, and they could probably sell the OVA for more.
This is certainly a fanfic that someone had. Someone had like a fanfic in their just like a new text document on their desktop. I just like, with something like Evangelion, you finish it and you're like, what the hell is that? And then you look into it and you're like, wow, that's awesome. But with this, I have absolutely zero desire to look into it. I'm sure that there's something deeper that someone was going to. Like, someone finished their art degree and somehow they managed to get a job at Sunrise, and they're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this thing I've been working on. And they're like very proud of this, and that's cool. But I don't care. I'm sorry if that's like the harshest thing that's ever came out of my mouth, but man, I vehemently dislike this thing. And not to mention, I feel like the worst for Maki fans who are like, hell yeah, she gets an episode, and this is the episode she got. And then Luke was like, oh, but what about Umi fans? They didn't get an episode. And I thought about it, and I was like, if Ruby got this instead of I would rather her get nothing than this. Like, it's at that point.
I would rather like take the Maki episode. Like, I would take this bad thing over no episode at all. But that's just a small difference in like what you want. Just give me something.
Without this episode, there would just be no... I don't want to say there'd be no bad, because there's like some questionably composed songs, but like the animation's good, the episodes are good. Episode 13 of Sunshine is a little weird, but I mean, it's not
the
like
worst
awful.
the show ever gets is fun, right? Like that's the worst. It's just fun, and this isn't that. You know, it's just so.
This is just
so bad.
Like, it's an incomprehensible mess, and also this has been 10 minutes and not 15 seconds, like we said we were going to do.
Even though it's bad, we got good songs, so let's shoot our way.
I mean, like. Yeah, there's like ultimate good that came out of this song. Like at the end, it's kind of
this is like the evil. This is like the anti-hero. He destroyed the city, but he also killed the villain that was going to destroy the world. Like that's worse. This is Hancock.
We did it, Sunrise. We saved the city.
Yeah, we saved the city.
So I mean, do you want to hop into? Can we? All right, can we? I have a problem with music start, and every time I see the outfits, I just think of like the grand pharaoh's curse that is the OVA. I can't like not unlink the two. God damn it! All right, you ready for music start?
Good song. Let's do it. So this song, aside from being a Muse song, is also the world's fastest tempo Prontomp song. That's all it is. It's just a faster tempo Prontomp song. It has that same kind of like bubbly, upbeat thing going on. A lot of like synthesized piano, and I mean it's fun. Like this song is super fun.
I never ever know what to say when I like write down something. Like I write down an actual note, like a joke in my notes, and then you make the joke before me. I have to like scribble out. I'm like, I literally wrote down like Prontomp's song. Like, damn it. But that's what this song is. I have a very hard time analyzing like actual like bubblegum Prontompsy songs, because I feel like I don't want to say that there's like not a lot to say about it. It's just hard to like kind of analyze the actual instrumental sometimes. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, hey, it's fast, it's good, it's upbeat. Like that's like the extent of it.
It gets very like near muddled a lot. Not quite necessarily like fully muddled. We haven't reached the final muddy form, but we're definitely getting a little like muddy in these bubblegum J-pop songs. And like these are the kind of songs that if you turn them up a little too high, a little too loud, these songs kind of the instrumental turns into white noise.
But before this song turns into Urborg Tomb of your lands are now swamps.
Yeah, there it is. Well, swamps in addition to their other types.
Right. Oh, really? Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Card's like $18.
Wow. In addition to that, it oh man, I was so caught up in making an MTG reference that I forgot what I was going to say.
It might be 25. Let me let me pull aside real quick.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll update the fans in a second.
I wanted to say how a lot of times, like to avoid the muddle, to avoid the Urborg, you kind of like play different girls through different ears, And they do that a lot in this song. Like honk comes through your right ear during the like post solo chorus. I think that's where she does. Right after Maki screams at you. So I guess that's the bridge. Yeah, Honoka comes from your right ear, and then Ellie comes from your left. And that's kind of like a consistent like group we see in this song, and it's pretty neato. Like we haven't I don't think we've ever seen that in any other place. I don't.
Yeah.
Have we?
The Tri-Center group of Ellie, Honoka, Maki?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not sure. But it is a pretty like interesting group. I don't think, Honoka doesn't get as much time as Ellie, but that's fine.
We don't.
But like I was talking about how it gets near muddled. It doesn't get there, obviously, because like Lantis knows what they're doing, and they know like if they play a song and all they can hear is the screaming sounds of the haunted undead, then they know that it might not be a good song. That's a reference to like a 2000s movie called White Noise, I think is what it was called. Anyway, Urborg is TCG market price $19, just under 19. So
wow, now every Love Life song is a swamp in addition to the original type.
Yeah. In addition to its other types, I think is how it's worded. Let me pull up the picture. Continue. I'll hit you guys up with the update in a second. Okay, yeah. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other types. There we go. Anywho.
So join us next time for a review of a different Magic card, I guess.
Are we going to talk modern? Are we going to talk Masters 25? Really good set.
Maybe it's a good set. I don't. Is
really
it?
Good. Yeah.
Well, you know what you're talking about, so I'm gonna go with it's probably a good, really good set. Let's start from the beginning of the song, though, for real.
Let us know down below what your favorite Masters 25 card is. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like black. Lotus.
That's not in the set.
So let's start from the very beginning. From the words "Welcome Song." Luke, do you want to hit us with your little tidbit of knowledge here?
So there's like a lot of really easy. There's a lot of parts in the song where it can almost sound like English that makes sense in the song. Of course, "Welcome Song" is what they're saying, but there's like other parts throughout it where it almost sounds like they're saying dance and stuff like that. There's like English kind of laden around, but like every time I hear the beginning of the song, I just want to say "Blade and Song."
Blade and Soul.
Blade and Soul, yeah.
This game is
like,
fun for exactly 5 minutes.
That's not right, but I want it to be right.
We're shifting this from a Magic the Gathering review to a Blade and Soul review on how this game is caught in limbo because you don't want to play without premium, but then you see the price of premium is like $10 or $15 or whatever it was, and you're like, that's too much, but I don't want to play without it, so I'm not going to play at all. And then you just don't play the game.
My favorite card in Masters 25, in case anybody was wondering, is Pillage. Kind of a weird choice, but it's at Common now, so it's playable in Pauper. Really big deal. Pauper's the best Magic format. If you haven't played it yet, $25-$50 to buy a deck, get into it.
And then, yeah. So anyway, from one archetype to another, let's talk about the dark, hellish undertones of this song.
God damn it. I hate this. The haunted parts of this song.
So, as we all know, from the OVA, you have to take into account the OVA when you hear the song. It's very important to the story. There's Maki gets trapped in a cage by hooded guys, and they don't come back. But that's okay, I guess.
It's a dream. It's okay. It's a dream.
But okay.
It's a coma theory.
No, but anyway, so the dark hellish undertones is when they talk about the party never ending. And it's just really foreboding when we see little ass kid Maki who is like, "Do you want to join me for my party? It's a never-ending party." It's like,
a never-ending party.
Do I want to? I don't think I do, actually. Like, thanks for the invite, though. I'll pass.
I do kind of like appreciate the lyrics in this song. Like it's all about like just being like accepting of your like emotions, and kind of the whole essence of the episode. Like being.
Is that what you got from the episode?
Well, like what's going on in the OVA is like she's afraid to like submit to her emotions with Muse, and like tell everybody like that she cares about them, and like to lean on them when she needs to, and that's kind of like what the song's also saying. It's okay to do that.
How many theories did you have to read for this?
No. That's exactly what's going on. There's like a nice lesson underneath the pile of ass that the OVA is. But it's there. It's just buried.
You can find lessons in anything. Like, I could shoot you in the face and be like, all right, lesson learned. Like, dodge when I try to shoot you in the face.
Well, that's a little different. Like, the lesson they tried to put in there is nice, but it was just, like, very poorly done. It was like The Last Jedi. Like, good ideas and everything.
Hey,
terrible film. Not terrible. It was fine.
That's subjective. I thought The Last Jedi was really good. I thought the Love Live OVA was very good. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Man, anytime Maki screams is a good time. I kind of just want
scream.
Ooh, yeah, I just want to like grab a front row seat for any time they just like yell. I'm like, all right, I'm into this.
Yeah, it's like whenever you get the Maki Ellie, like, and then if there would have been an Umi scream, we would have had the trifecta. But unfortunately, you know, you can't.
Yeah,
you don't
Soldier Game is that way.
Yeah, yeah. But really good vocals in the song that I enjoy. Like, just back to that barely missing getting muddled. These vocals come out perfectly fine, and that's the song. That's the song. It's a nice little pumpkin pie. It's not too browned on the top, you know, where it's like a film, but it's not soft either. It's like a nicely done Thanksgiving pumpkin pie.
And then your racist uncle just like shits all over it.
Let us know down below what your favorite kind of pie is. Have we asked that before?
I don't know. You asked like 20 questions an episode. You might have.
We have.
If we did, then I must have answered that I'm not really like a pie guy. If I had to pick, I'd probably pick like shepherd's pie because that's like not really a pie. And
okay,
it's just
fair.
like.
Well, like, what's your favorite? Like, we'll narrow down like fruit or nut pie. You know, like pecan, so that we can put. Is pecan a fruit or a nut? Listen down below.
It's a nut. It's a nut, isn't it?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Like, there's all kinds of weird things like that. Like isn't an almond like a fruit?
Cream pie.
Cream. Oh, can we say that? Well,
I mean, they exist.
As in like a nice little creamy filling to your pie.
Kind of like what a clown is gonna throw in your face.
Yeah. That. My personal favorite is apple pie. I like my apples to have like a very nice crunch to them in the inside, with a nice little like gooey dough. That's my personal favorite.
That's very American. Isn't that like a hardcore
That's pretty American. That's pretty American.
Must like baseball and apple pie.
Pecan apple pie. That's the pinnacle.
I still have more things to talk about in this song, by the way.
I love AR-15s, apple pie, and baseball. Okay.
Baseball, true American pastime. The second true American pastime is listening to the patented Love Live bells TM that are in this song. We talked about it before, and the one I referenced where you can like very, very clearly hear what I'm talking about is the very beginning of Bokara wa ima no naga de, which is the intro to season 1 of SIP, and it's at the very start, like the da naga na 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 na. You know the ones I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we've mentioned it before. I'm not going to play it right now, but you can you can find the song in about 2 minutes. They're everywhere in the song. Like that. This is where they live.
Composed of them.
Yeah.
The song is stitched together bells. I think. My favorite part of the song has like a super goofy bridge, like it just like a really, there's usually the Love Live uses the bridge to like give an instrument a time to go like nuts, you know. Nah, dude, it's just like it's just like dun, dun. It's just the instrumental like over again, and it's just this really weird like goofy bridge that doesn't really serve any purpose other than to give them time to dance and look cute. Speaking of which, I think we mentioned the PV really quick. PV is pretty one of these outfits are really good. You said you thought of the Pharaoh's Curse every time. Unfortunate, because the outfits are pretty bombastic, and we get the sleepy time girls. Those are good.
If you want to talk about times where the unidolized is better than the idolized, in my opinion,
in rare cards, yeah, this is.
I think this is like, yeah, I love the sleepy time set. So we talked about this composer before. This is the rare composer who made Baby Maybe Coin a Button and is thus the creator of Baby Maybe Coin a Button syndrome, which I think is like the case in this one. I mean, it's certainly not like a universal thing with this song where it's like, but it's like I definitely 100% prefer one song to the other, and this is not the one.
Yeah, I prefer Loveless World, but it's not like Loveless World is this like iconic, you know, like 10 out of 10. Yeah, everybody agrees, you know, massive stuff. And like it's pretty hard to fall, you know, to Baby Maybe syndrome when you have a PV and an episode built around you, no matter how good it is. It's pretty hard to like fall to it when you have something like the OVA and the PV around it.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at here. Like for me, it's Baby Maybe, but it's certainly not a universal Baby Maybe here. I just wanted to talk about how the PV, how the pre-chorus kind of like slows down right before the chorus, and I was talking about Bokura wa ima no naga de. Still can't say that unless I sing it. Literally the same thing happens in that song. And I thought it was really funny how it's just kind of like copy pasted from that song to this song, and it's really neat because you said that this song came out in between season 1 and season 2, right?
Yeah. These two songs.
So what if
between them?
Yeah, sorry. What is this? What if this is like the spiritual like send off to that song?
Damn,
like it's
that's
like
deep.
that's that song part 2. You know?
Probably not.
And I feel like that's the least credible thing I've ever said, but that's okay.
but I like where your heart's at.
I like the song. This is a good song.
Good song. It's a good song.
I think this is really though. I think the song is pretty like mid tier for me. Like I don't think this song is like bad at all. I think the song is fine in every way.
I would
Maki
give
screams.
this song the most outstanding 75.
Okay.
Out of 100.
That's pretty good. That's like a.
I would give this song like if this song had worked really hard all semester and it got like a 79 at the end of the semester, I would give this song an 80.
Yeah, give it that B minus. You know.
Yeah, just like give it the B minus. It'll make
the song
its parents
always
happy.
showed up for class. You know.
Yeah, song always showed up for class. Did all of his homework on time. Tried its best on the quizzes. Obviously paid attention. Never talked. Never texted during class. Give it the B minus.
I just had like an existential crisis as you were talking about that. I was like, I do all these things. Like I need to fix this.
The reason I failed math sophomore year was because I played tic-tac-toe the entire semester.
Are you now a god?
With my Zoe and I got pretty good. Like we would play like hundreds of games before somebody lost. It was pretty good. We both failed that class. Because we both just sat around.
What a happy ending. All right, anyway. Okay, are you ready for Loveless World? I think are you done with this?
The most haunted Love Live song.
Is this? I don't know. This doesn't have the OVA attached to it.
No, this is haunted. Have you heard we're going to do Spooky Graveyard.
Yeah, I know we're going into the haunted house in the beginning of the song, but I mean, it's not like. At least it's like I don't know. At least we don't have to go through the spooky OVA to get there.
Welcome to Nozomi's haunted castle.
Welcome to Nozomi's not center, despite her being the center. I just imagine like you walk through like an actual haunted house, like listening to Loveless World, and like a ghost jumps out, and you're like and then you like watch the OVA, and there's a little kid mock. You're like fuck, like
get me out.
Anyway, here's Loveless World. We're finally here, and we finally get to talk about it. I was getting really tired of mentioning this song every time. I'm like, I like the metal songs, and like immediately the first one is like, I really like Loveless World, and then like I mentioned Self Control or something, or like another Saint Snow song. I'm happy we finally get to talk about it. And let me just say that this song is haunted. Everything about this song is haunted, and I don't mean haunted as in cursed or bad. I mean like it's spooky.
This song's in the murder scene of a horror movie. This is the spookiest Love Live song by far.
Whenever you talk about it, you have to raise and lower your voice.
Well, this song is certified 1 million haunted. No, you got like the doors creaking open at the beginning. You got like the organ playing throughout it.
Oh, before we leave the haunted door topic, I wanted to say that I learned about this song through SIF, and I don't think this is going back, of course. I don't think they have the door in the SIF, do they?
I don't think they do. No.
So I listened to the song. I was like, wow, good song. And then I looked it up, and like I was like, how are there so many like cursed versions on YouTube? This is not the song. And then I realized it was the full song.
I remember you saying that to me. You're like, Luke, is this actually the beginning of Loveless World? And I was like, yeah.
It also happened when I learned of what Mermaid Fiesta Part 2. I was like, I didn't know there was a slow part at the beginning because it's not in SIF. But anyway,
the slow part's actually the best part. Oops.
Let's list the haunted things. We got the haunted house. We got the haunted organ. We got the haunted harpsichord.
We got the haunted live version of the center, which I didn't realize it was only a live version that knows to be centered over. Oops.
Yeah, we'll get there. I mean, maybe not we, but I will certainly be mad about that in a little bit. We got the haunted drop C tuning, which, by the way, special guest my guitar later on in this episode.
We got the haunted drums, which are actually kick ass. They're not actually haunted at all. They're pretty fucking sick. Trucking.
And then we have the haunted tabs online that are only kind of right.
And then we got the haunted I accidentally cuss. Ooh.
Luke, in the last few episodes we have not umi'd so many curse words. I think it's safe to say that this has become a 14+ podcast at this point.
14. Ooh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
Can we agree that this song is just like a Square Enix boss fight, though? For real.
When we were watching the OVA, some of the music sounded like a Square Enix boss fight. Like I said, I was like, this just sounds like a boss like battle music in Kingdom Hearts. Like, is the music at the beginning when she's like running down the hall?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And yeah, no.
Can we stop talking about the OVA? I'm so done with it.
No, I gotta bring up the OVA. We gotta talk about the OVA. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, I agree with you though. This sounds like the kick-ass, like not end of the game boss, but like pre-end of the game. You know, like the pre-boss. That's actually harder than the final boss.
Yeah, maybe it's like the I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it's like the faux final boss. Like you thought it was the final boss, but
well, no, I feel like this is definitely the henchman, and you've known it's the henchman. But like he's known in the community for everybody that plays it. This is the boss that like messes people up. The final boss is like hard still, but he has the better music. But there's just some
I have played Bravely Default for the 3DS.
There's some like gimmicky like like cheese you can do with. There's like a gimmicky mechanic in the final boss. You know, like.
Yeah, he's like super weak to this one move. Like they tried to make it easy on you because they thought it'd be too hard, but then they just kind of made it way too easy.
So throughout the fight, you can just like play really defensively and like slowly get the super beam charged up that you just get access to. You know.
I wonder what game we were just describing. I had Bravely Default in my mind.
We were describing Kingdom Hearts 2.
Is that what we were doing? Okay, just wondering.
Yeah, I guess like it's like weird because like the entire finals in this fight is kind of easy as piss. But like the Roxas fight that comes a little while before it is like hard as piss. So
I was thinking Bravely Default. So I mean, we both got Square Enix games, so we got those going for us.
I got another Eternal Sonata.
Never played it.
Final boss is pretty easy. It's a really good game. Please play it. Find your Xbox 360 and play it.
Oop, that's a deal breaker. Anyway, no. Without further ado, I want to talk about the guitar, and for it, I have brought my guitar. So I got my guitar here.
His guitar.
I kind of wanted to like find a time to bring it on, like and kind of like demonstrate things with guitar, but I never really found a good place for it. And I'm sorry it's not like directly hooked up, like lined into my computer, but I'm definitely not gonna want to do that in post-production. So here we are. I wanted to real quick. We are the lowest
quality podcast.
I know. I wanted to just quick discuss tremolo picking and palm muting. That's what I wanted to talk about. So this song has a lot of tremolo picking, which is essentially just picking really fast. So that's the difference between and then it's really fast. And then palm muting is, I don't know, it's used a lot in metal. It's essentially the difference between going like and the difference between going not like the timing, but you know, just the open versus the muted, and you do it to get like this kind of like chugging, like super metal, like. And Loveless World has a lot of that. In fact, it kind of like mixes the two in like the whole like tremolo picking and palm muted part of like, you know, the na 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 na. Oh, I could just play it. Wait, what is it? No. There it is.
He is stink.
Found it. There it is. Never mind. Mission failed. We'll get it next time. Full disclosure, I've never actually played Loveless World on guitar, so I'm just like, I picked it up and I looked at the tabs. I'm like, this'll do. By the way, tabs are haunted. They're the worst tabs. None of them are right. So I just kind of had to do this by ear. So yeah, mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Mission failed.
So I'm gonna put my guitar away and be right back. But through the magic of editing, we're here. Thanks to the magic of editing.
Thank you, magic of editing, boy.
I just wanted to talk about after the guitar, which by the way, totally not self-conscious that you guys have only heard me play guitar a few times on the channel, and one of them was just messing up egregiously. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
There it is.
Totally not completely self-conscious that all I do is talk about playing guitar. But then again, I did learn the song about 8 seconds ago, so please give your boy a break.
Should have been better.
I know. We'll get him next time.
Let us know down below if we should ban Tyler.
So the maximum haunted thing that we've been skirting around for a while now, is the haunted Nozomi Center.
Yeah, right. So like on the wiki for the longest time it just said center Nozomi, and I never quite got it because she doesn't really get a center part. But then they since they did the revamp of the whole center thing on the wiki, they like changed it to a normal song version as Ellie, and then the live version is Nozomi. And so now I'm tilted.
Yeah, how many centers does Nozomi actually have? Like 3 or 4?
God, she doesn't have very many outside of subunits. The Halloween song I think is a from season 2 is a Nozomi center.
I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed out. Like we listened to the studio version. We were like, it was funny because Luke at the end was like, he was talking while we were listening to our like final listen before we recorded this, and then all of a sudden he stopped talking as soon as we got to the end of song solos, and I was like, what? And he's like, I'm listening for the Nozomi solo. I'm like, me too. Listen for the Nozomi solo that's never coming.
The haunted Nozomi solo that will never appear. I was like, every time it comes up, I've listened to this song forever, and like it never like crossed my mind that it could just be a weird mix-up between what's a live center and what's an on-song center. Because I never heard Nozomi at the end. I'm like, this time I'll hear that Nozomi. Never hear the Nozomi. Just a lot of Ellie. It makes sense now.
Here we are with 2 songs where Nozomi's in the middle for questionable reasons.
Yeah, come on. It's fine. It's fine.
I just want more. Give me more Nozomi centers.
Dude, we'll have so much more Nozomi when that.
We're sitting here like, out. Yeah, like we don't really follow Kusen's music. Does she even do music? And then we're like, wow, I want to hear Nozomi sing. If only there was a way. So to wrap up, I think it's really cool how, well, first of all, there's like, in every Love Live song, and really in any song, if we're being real, there's so much like hidden like harmonies that you don't necessarily hear your first time listening to. Like you hear, but subconsciously, you know the ones I'm talking about, where it's like, you know, you got all these like so, you know, like under the song, and it just like subconsciously makes it sound nicer. And you don't really hear them unless you're like, I'm listening for them. Like, you know what I mean? In this song, however, in the last chorus, they just kind of like turn it up. They're like, all right, everything that makes the song like sleeper good, just raise the volume. And then you hear them just like eyeing in the background and oohing and everything.
Sick.
Yeah, and it sounds great. Like, this is probably like the easiest song to cover for that reason. You're like, oh, I got to listen to this hidden stuff. Like, meanwhile, they just did it for you. Like, here you go, creators.
It's a really nice song vocally. But I think the instrumental is the part of the song that makes it a banger. Song's pretty damn good though. It has been on the old listening at work playlist for the past generation.
I've thought in my head, I'm like, yeah, I've like described to you guys like, yeah, I like the rocker, like kind of like metal songs, and then like talked about how like EDM isn't necessarily my thing, bubblegum isn't necessarily my thing, and I just imagine you guys being like, Tyler, what are you into? I'm like, I like these 3 songs that have hard guitar. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah,
perfect.
Only three Love Live songs. The other 180, throw them out the window. I think it's 180 now, probably around there.
I don't know.
So our question, since we talked about the OVA today, links to that a little bit. Our answers are going to be very obvious, so I don't think we're not even gonna say anything. But what is your least favorite thing that's come out of Love Live? Whether it be animated game, music, figures even. Sure, why not? Just your least favorite thing to come out of Love Live. Ours is obvious. It's the OVA.
Kanan. Oh, that was a joke.
Whoa.
That was a joke. Ruby.
Oh. There's
see, now it's obvious a joke.
There's the quota. So let us know down below what your answer to that one is. Give us a short explanation. No flaming unless it's the OVA. That's the only thing you're allowed to flame.
Oh, you're allowed to flame anything you want. Come on. Except other people. Do not do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
If you go up to them and be like, I respectfully disagree.
There you go. Hit him
listen,
with that. Hit him with that. Respectfully disagree. I just yeeted in real life.
I just dabbed. You can respectfully disagree with us too about the OVA.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you can respectfully disagree. And that's totally fine. So was this episode not a mess? I'm leaning towards mess. Like, yeah, well, I don't know what else I was expecting though. Like, let's be real here.
Like, there's no way around that. It was fine. I think next week we're talking about it was fun. I think next week we're talking about Yoshiko Rico solo.
We are.
That came out on the Blu-ray, so I was pretty excited for that.
Me too. I gotta like actually give him more than like a listen and a half.
Yeah, same.
I've been very like not on top of that, and I should have been. I mean, then again, I have like school and life, which is unfortunate. I'd rather just sit around.
I've been staying up till like 6 and sleeping until like 2, so I've been really busy.
But other than that, we hope to see you guys next week, and thank you guys for not forgetting about us in our 1 week hiatus, I guess.
Never forget us.
All right, see you later, my dudes.
I love you.